Board on this computer, everything's plugged in, and we are cooking with gas. I'm actually going to unmute you all and see if there's any background noise. That's weird. I can't unmute you, Tanya.
You're right now.
Now I can. Cool. Cool, great. Well, lovely to have you all in here. There's a slight bit of background noise. Is there a noisy? Is it your household? Cool. Not to be rude. Hey? Oh, I can't hear you.
Me?
Okay. She's muted herself. Yeah, she's like 1 second. Can't hear you, but can lip read. Oh. Oh, good husband. Tech support your way, hey? Cool. All right, so once Kate's sorting herself out there, hello. And for all of you joining us on the recording later on, hello to you too. A few of you might more be joining on, which is great. So, and how's that, Kate? Better? Yeah, cool. We can hear you now. No, we can't. No, we can't hear you. All right, cool. Once Kate figures that out. So let's get cracking. Can you believe that it was 2 weeks ago? Kate's gone, oh, well, that's all right. She might need to reconnect on. Can you believe it's been 2 weeks since we spoke? Who feels like, what the hell, these 2 weeks have just gone so quick?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. So as Kate rejoins us now, can you hear something weird in my background at all? No, good, excellent. These must be working pretty well. We've got a heating system which is just makes this wonderful sound. So I just, if it doesn't, it's not wonderful. So I was wondering if you could hear it too, but it carries across, so that's good. Great. So we'll give a quick round. I've got a couple of questions from the other ladies who can't make it, but let's start with what you're celebrating, what questions you have, and we'll go from there. So I saw your beautiful face first, Simone. So the floor is yours.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm celebrating. I did a Facebook Live, which, I was just pumped about. It was just great. I didn't love doing it, but felt awesome after it. And it was something once I kind of started talking, I realised, I know what I'm talking about. And let's just do it first time, because that's the authentic self coming out rather than trying to, memorise what I'm trying to say. I'm also celebrating, I've got another 2 paid clients. So that's really exciting. Yay me. My question was, so I've just been working through the last workbook, which is all about the discovery calls. So I've found actually, in this early stage, that's not something that is happening. I'm actually not getting any calls at all. It's emails, actually mostly the same questions, but I was wondering so on my website, I've got just a section sort of at the bottom of the homepage, have a question, book a 15-minute call. So my question is, should I be rephrasing that more along the lines of, like the transformation type statement rather than just to have a question? Have you got any advice there?
Cool. Yeah, it doesn't fully make sense, and it's not because you haven't articulated it. I don't know if I heard everything you said. So I'll reiterate back, first of all, what I thought you said, and then you can see if I got you. But first of all, hello, clients. Woo! That's so exciting.
It's awesome.
Yay! I clap around. It's such a good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome. So I've got the next 2 classes. I've got a client in each, and then a private class as well. So it's just awesome. So I can't wait for that I have classes, but I'm just happy at the moment that I've got people in them at all. So
yes, yeah, and it's a build up, right? because your business model is you'll either do group sessions. Oh, hello, Miss Mouse. Hello, darling.
My beautiful daughter can say hello.
She'll recognise my face. Hello, darling. How you going? Haven't seen
Sorry,
you.
everyone.
I think these girls well and truly get it. Hi, Joe. I'm good. Good to see you, mate. Simone and I have been mates for many years, so I know her lovely husband and beautiful daughter. She's gorgeous. So I've got a couple of questions for you that will help the group as well, I feel. Where did your clients come from?
The Hypnobirthing Australia website, actually. Right. So they haven't actually, I haven't promoted, they haven't seen my promotions. They've seen the parent company basically has directed them to me.
Awesome. Excellent. And how did they did they just text you or via your Facebook, or how did they sort of make that?
Two of them Facebook, one of them direct to my Peaceful Birthing email.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So they're seeing your brand, they're seeing your stuff on Facebook.
Correct.
And the reason I want to link that is obviously with Simone's business, her offering, her service, her skill set, she's doing the calm, it's hypnobirthing, right?
It's hypnobirthing, yeah.
Yeah, hypnobirthing. And so she's being credentialed and trained by hypnobirthing. Excuse me 1 minute. She's been trained by Hypnobirthing Australia. And so some of her leads and inquiries will come from that. However, if she didn't have all of her set up with, Facebook business page and her lives and different things, they might not build that know, like, trust factor that we speak of. So super important and great that the first couple of clients are coming from there because, you've done your training through them. So that's good. Yep. And keep going with building the know, like, trust factor with the lives and the marketing and different things. Awesome. And as you working with these first handful of clients, and it's the same for Tanya and Kate, it was definitely the same for me. The first handful of clients gives you the confidence.
Yeah.
Helps you understand, excuse my language, but what the fuck it is that you're actually doing. Because, and that you can do it. And that's the thing. All of us, and I know all of us have got university degrees. We've got lots of corporate experience. We were the career girls that made it happen. And a lot of our friends were like, look at them, they're just doing it, da-da-da-da-da. And so what they don't always know, but I know all of us feel like this, is when you're starting something new and you're launching a new offering, a new business, you go through that, well, what the fuck am I doing? How's it going to help? That whole hoopla, right? Exactly. And so you've done it before, first of all. We've all done it before because we've succeeded in life to where we have. So we're really capable. It's just getting through this initial first couple of steps, like anything. The first time we learnt to drive, first time we were in our career, first relationship, whatever the first were, it always felt like we didn't know what the hell we were doing, and then we figured it out. So we're all on that journey to varying different levels, shapes and sizes, doesn't matter. So that's awesome. You're getting through that initial hump where when I'm working with people, yes, I can show them the process and the steps, but when they get through that hump, that gives them way more confidence that I could ever possibly hope to give them. It gives them the true understanding that they're doing it. Helps them really define who their ideal client is, because the more people you work with, the more you'll know who your ideal client is, what their pain points and challenges are, redefine your solution, how you offer it, how you deliver it. So you are on the journey, my friend.
Yeah, I am.
You're an official business owner, making sales.
Right.
Well done. Bringing home the bacon. I like it. So, your question to me, just coming back to that, was something around along the lines of the discovery call. You feel like it doesn't suit your business model and you want to refine it, or that people aren't coming to you. I must admit, I couldn't hear a lot of things in that. Okay. Can you reiterate it for me, please?
Yeah, sure. So my question was around the wording of my discovery call, really. So at the moment, it just says, have you got any questions? Book an appointment. Framing it more around the transformation, or should I be making it more wordy, or have you got any advice there?
Yes, I do. So there's a couple of things. First of all, good on you that you're doing it, because if you're not getting the response, then you know that it's not that needs to be tweaked. But if you didn't have the courage to do it, you wouldn't know what needs to be tweaked. So first of all, good on you for like acting and then figuring things out as you go, tweaking it. Second of all, people get nervous if they don't understand what's in it for them to take a next step in the process with you. They'll often not want to do it. Right? So they don't know what's in it for them. And this is the same for you two ladies, Kate and Tanya. Until you position your discovery call in a way that sounds like there's something in it for me, the ideal client, and it seems like it's really valuable and enticing and interesting, then I don't really want it.
Yeah.
That's what the majority of the market thinks. Now, there's a small percentage of the market which are people like me. I'm probably the easiest person in the world to sell to, because if I want something, I just go for it. Like if I didn't know you from a bar of soap, but I was, pregnant and in the terms of, when it's a good time in the pregnancy to work with you, and I started to see your stuff, I'd be like, I want to get on a call. If it's something I need and want, and there's some kind of offer there for me, I'll go for it. Like that's my personality type, just to go for things. Whereas a lot of more people want to know a little bit more slower in their buying journey, need a little bit more of an offering that's enticing to them and help them understand why it would be good for them. So there's statistics out there in sort of business marketing world that there's a really small percentage of people who are people in my category, and there's a much larger percentage. I can't remember the stats right now, and anyway, it doesn't matter. But there's a larger population that need to be enticed. And how to do that, which answers your question. You want to make the offering, the discovery call, something that is linked with your offering.
Okay.
Right. So I'm refining one of my calls, which appeals to my larger offering, my, work with me for 3 months, one-on-one offering, which is, and I'm going to trial and test it with the market, see how it works. But the quit your 9-to-5 strategy call. So the call is for people who want to quit their 9-to-5 and obviously start their own business. Now, what I had prior to that was a business builder session. And that works to a degree, but I'm looking to differentiate a little bit. So it's looking at what your market is and going, what kind of outcome would they like? So my ideal client wants to quit a 9-to-5 with confidence, because she doesn't want to, wants to have a plan and a business that's growing. So what is it? What kind of transformation or ideal outcome does your ideal client want?
Well, they don't want to be scared of giving birth, basically. They want to move from fear to excitement and positive mindset.
That's it. And that's why your company name, your business name, Peaceful Birth, is just perfect, because that is the ideal outcome. So it's creating an offering that's around that. And the way that you word it is, and this is the same for you girls too, is when it's the call to action at the last bit of your content, whether it's the blog, the Facebook Live, the Insta, blah, 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 whatever you're putting in there, then you're letting people know that you have a small handful of sessions, whatever you call them, available to people who would like to discuss what a peaceful birth might be like for you.
Yep.
I offer this call because I know that there's so many questions in this space, and I would love to connect with you. And if it's something you find valuable, here's a link, limited spots type thing, right? Let people know it's complimentary, obligation free, because sometimes people think, oh, am I actually buying this session?
Yeah.
Is it just going to be a sales pitch? So just sort of putting peace of mind. I'll have a think later on about some wording to use for what the name could be. And I don't know, well, I'll open up to the floor of the mamas on the call as well, seeing what you girls think. But does that sort of help answer your question?
Thank you. It does, yeah.
Cool.
Great.
So it's just, again, coming back to what would an ideal client want?
Yeah.
So what would be attractive in terms of if you were sitting in your ideal client's shoes, seat, whatever, what would be attractive to them to hear, and how would you like to hear it from their perspective? And it's always about an invitation, limited opportunity, and that's a fact. It's not like you're giving these sessions away, hundreds a month or anything like that. They are limited. This is the point of them. This is the value you'll get. And the value is the same for everyone. Where you're currently at, where you want to go, and what's the path to help get you there.
Yep.
So that's the same structure for everyone, because all of your ideal clients have a current reality and a desired reality.
Yep.
And on the call, you'll help create the pathway to get there. And the pathway, all being well, if it's a good fit, is what your program is.
Yep.
The pathway to a peaceful birth is to come to this workshop, and I'll teach you how. The pathway to have more leads and greater brand awareness for your business is to have a marketing strategy with us, a 2-phase plan. But you always educate them on what the plan and the solution is based on the information they provide to you in that discovery call.
Yeah.
Remember when I went through that training, yes, you want to know where they're currently at, where they want to go, what's holding them back, what's the gap between where they're at and where they want to go, so that when you provide the offering, it matches up specifically to what they've said, if they're the ideal client, right? And that's not everyone who gets on the call is. Some people aren't just ready, some people aren't the right fit, whatever, but that's how you position it.
Thank you.
Cool. Any other questions?
Not from me. No, that was it. Thank you.
Cool. Well done. Go you. Just quickly before I go to ask you girls, any brainwaves on the call? What to call Simone's call?
Well, Kate.
I mean, you need to think about it, don't you? Because I don't know. I mean, one, I'm not a mum yet. Two, I think I need to ponder that for a bit.
I think Kate's come up with something.
I can't hear you, Kate.
Can't hear it.
Type it, yeah.
Wonder why we can't hear you. Have you looked at? I've unmuted and muted you, like muted and unmuted, to see if that worked. Hang on, let's have a look.
Use the word peace or peaceful in some way.
That's what I was thinking too. That I was thinking something like peaceful, game. I don't know. I think linking in that as well.
Yeah.
The path to a peaceful birth.
The path to a peaceful birth.
I'm using alliteration now. Peace of mind, to reassure people that it's not scary. That's right. Because that's a big part of your brand, isn't it? Re-educating, advising people that there's more than one way to give birth. It doesn't have to be this scary. And I can't even speak with authority on this because I've got no idea what I'm talking about. I'm speaking to 3 beautiful mums who are like, yeah, sure. But I'm assuming that people would like to know that there's another way to have birth. And that's obviously what you're teaching. Kate, are we hearing you now? No, all right. You're out, Tanya. No.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I don't have a suggestion, but from a mum that's gone through the experience, and I use some of those techniques, hypnobirthing.
Yeah.
And they were brilliant for me.
Fantastic.
I had a really big car trip and all that, so I used all types of breathing, plus the stress balls, banging against the wall, like all kind of stuff. Yeah, so I found it really good. So
right.
Yeah, I just don't know. I think it has to be something, definitely around the peaceful.
I don't want to. The one thing that. Sorry.
Just I don't know whether it's also a control, having the control over your birth as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, is that sort of part of it? So my experience is, what I found with some of the techniques was when you're in a contraction, you were able to control it with your mind.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so
it's kind of controlling what you can control, but then at some point you've just got to surrender and release, and what will be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Preparation, but yeah, controlling what you can control.
Yeah, so something along those lines.
Yeah.
I like it.
Lucky's preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's great input, Tanya. And
thank you.
Yeah, something.
I know it's not much, but it's a really important thing.
Absolutely. And you're so skilled at it. And I know that sometimes your thing is, I just think the more that you actually get yourself out there, because you are, I mean, you girls don't know this, but this chick has got a double degree in maths and statistics. Like,
I don't know how I ended up with peaceful.
Like, you know, intelligence to boot. People will, the more you get yourself out there and show that you're articulate, intelligent, well-trained, you've done this, you know where they're at, you know where they want to go, you understand their fears. It's about putting more of your marketing message out there. Honestly, I'm seeing it for myself too, because, and I'm really open with all of you guys, all the clients that I've got to date have been through my network. And because I haven't even started Facebook advertising yet. I've dabbled, but not done anything serious with it because I've not understood it all. But I'm really starting to understand it now, and we'll be putting more stuff out there, and all of this marketing that I'm doing and encouraging you to do is what's required to then take it to the next level. But the more that you do, the Facebook lives and the posts and the blogs and different things to actually educate and inspire your market, you'll just get more and more bookings for workshops. It's just, and a big piece of the puzzle is just owning that you know your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know it so well, and as Tanya's just said, this is important, serious stuff to get out there.
You only get one crack at it, may as well enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least don't hate it, and don't sort of have a birth that you wish had have gone differently because you didn't know any better.
Yeah. And that stuff looks challenging, the whole giving birth is. So, like if you've got like a few tricks, if you get a few tricks up your sleeve,
why wouldn't you do the course?
Why wouldn't you want to know,
Yeah.
So it's important. It's life-changing stuff.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. Awesome. Thank you, Tanya. Tanya, I'm going to get you to go and maybe speak on behalf of Kate as well. I'm going to get you to type Kate, but but Tanya, go for it. What are you celebrating first?
We've had 2 weeks has flown by. So we had a meeting with a client last week. They came back to us end of last week, just saying that they will like to use our services, but probably aren't ready for 6 to 12 months' time,
Okay.
which we sort of thought that away. But anyway, we've got another consultation tomorrow with actually a mum I know from Kinder. So she's been asking me questions about marketing. She's trying to start up a business and in essential oils actually, but doing consultations. It's a bit of a mixed client for us. She's kind of selling products, but also doing consultations. So we weren't sure about whether we could help her or what. But so yeah, we've got that tomorrow. So we decided to offer her a consultation because when she was talking to me about it, she just seemed really lost with marketing in general. And I said to her, you need some directions and a marketing plan in place and things like that. She sort of said, oh yeah, I'd love, to have a chat about how, maybe we could help her and things like that. So,
That's awesome.
So we've got that tomorrow.
Well done.
And I think probably the only other thing is our current client we're working on, we're currently doing his website, and we've Kate's done a really good job in terms of he had his own web developer that he wanted us to work with. but we were quite, we weren't quite sure about.
He didn't know what he was doing.
Well, he knew what he was doing, but we went and visited the company, and just their approach to us, we just thought it wasn't best for the client. But so we've been able to find another way, another solution for him that's he's happy with, and I think he gets the outcome that he desires.
Go girls.
There was a gap between what he desired and what they were going to give him.
So you saved him a lot of headaches by calling
and probably money in the end.
Yeah, gosh.
So, yeah, would you agree, Kate? Good time, yes.
Nodding thumbs up. And he's brilliant because I know that you know this guy, but he's building his trust factor with you more and more as a client as well. That's obviously how you can get repeat clients, because you're always building that process. Yep. So the fact that you've gone above and beyond and helped flag a current issue and saved a big potential issue, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's probably one of our main things this week.
Well, before you go into your question, first of all, awesome that you've booked the calls. You're tapping into your low-hanging fruit network. Hang on, what's Kate got to say? Ideally would like him to refer us to other people. Yeah.
We're hoping.
Damn straight.
Once we deliver something, I think he will. Yeah.
You mean the web guy or the current client guy?
Our current client.
Yeah, good.
I think he'll refer us. Yeah.
Awesome. And that's what you want. You want to get testimonials and ask for referrals. That's a big part of the business development process. Same for you too, Simone. Same for anyone else on this call. You want to ask your clients. That's how a couple of you got into Aligned Business Accelerator too, is I asked people I knew, is there anyone else that you think would benefit from something like this? And yeah, you got to ask for referrals. So that's really good that you're starting to think like that. With the person that you had the call, but they're not quite ready for your services, how did you, it obviously, it went well, the process for you to go, how did you find the consult process? Are you starting to feel a bit more relaxed in that? Talk me through about that process for you.
Yeah, that was actually one of my questions was, so we provide the potential client with a questionnaire and things like that. But how much time do people sort of take to prepare for a discovery call? Like how much time? I don't know, because we're trying to work out, how much do we need to know before we go into the consultation about that client?
Sure.
That's been I'm sort of sitting here tonight going, she's given me a questionnaire. Now do I need to work out a whole lot of recommendations or do I not, sort of thing? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question to just clarify. How much information do you gather in your questionnaire? What kind of questions are you asking?
So the basic questions about what products, services they sell, their mission, what their biggest business goals are for the next 3 years, top 3 initiatives for this year. So I've got it here. So I've read it. Who are their ideal clients, customers? What are the needs of their customers? What core problem do they solve for their customers? What would be their unique selling point and why? So it's quite detailed. And then we go into their industry and see if they understand who their competitors are, their biggest challenges in their particular industry. And then marketing, generally what they are doing now, why they would like to hire a marketing consultant, and key deliverables they want to see for this year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Couple of things, and I'm just going to read Kate's input. We tailor it to each client, try to keep it short and sweet, not to scare them away. Yeah, good call. And that's actually, hits the nail on the head of where my feedback's going to come from. It's twofold. You actually, I'm going to find it tricky to articulate this, but I'm just going to blurt it out and see if it makes sense. the discovery process, the discovery call, whatever you end up calling it for each of your businesses, there's a magic that happens on that process if you follow a specific script similar to the one that I provide you. And it's all about getting onto the journey with them on that call or in that meeting. So for example, and I'll explain that in a little bit more detail, but this is relevant to all of you. If you ask a whole heap of questions up front, one, sometimes they get overwhelmed themselves and don't know how to answer it. Two, they may feel like, oh shit, I don't know half the answers to this, so I'm just not ready for a marketing person, or I feel overwhelmed, or like these, what are they going to ask me on the call, or whatever it is. Three, they may discover that they have got it all sorted. Like I guess what I'm trying to say is you're giving them too much power before the call or before the meeting, right? So yes, you want to be prepared. You want to ask them some questions so that they can show that they are committed to the meeting, that they are ready for, some kind of, I like that last question you ask. But I feel like asking a lot of those questions on the actual discovery call is a lot more powerful. And the reason I say that is that when you're asking in the moment and you're really present and you're really there with them energetically, physically in your case, but you're really sort of listening to them, they'll actually give you way more insight and answers to your questions than you could get if they're just answering a questionnaire by themselves. And it takes them on the journey of where they're currently at and recognizing for them to speak out loud where they want to go and identifying the gaps so that they've said it in front of you, you've heard it, you've supported what they've said. It's sort of, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a different journey to take someone on in the moment as opposed to prior, because what you're doing is you're now putting yourself in the position of, okay, she's given me all this great stuff, and now I have to, I'm just going to say it bluntly, now I have to sing and dance and perform to give her all this value on a call, and she's in the position of deciding whether she wants it or not. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
okay.
I was a bit worried that you might have been, having too much on there. Yeah. Because I felt with the meeting we had last week that they sort of already had all the answers for us, and although one was a director, so has been in the business for quite some time, so he understood marketing generally anyway. So I felt like he was sort of, not arrogant, but like, oh yeah, I understand that, like I felt like they just want to do it themselves at one point. Yeah, because he reckons he's got all the know-how. Yeah, I don't know. That's the way that's a really mean way to say. He's a lovely guy, but
no, it's just you being honest. It's not.
I just felt that's probably one part of it. But they basically, what they're going to do is they're going to use a graphic designer for their brand work and getting all their documents, their proposals done.
Right. Is this the guy that's the friends of yours and they're leaving the engineering company and waiting till that guy? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I didn't think that I don't know, it sounded like I feel like they're part of that journey, that they're pre-launch, and they don't recognise how valuable this is, but they'll sign on in 6 to 12 months.
And that was one thing we said to him, if you do marketing from the very start, it'll end up being more affordable for you than having all this rework later on, things like that. But we couldn't get them over the line with that. But I think it was just a cost thing at the moment.
Yeah. And you know what? They might not be your ideal client, If they feel like they know it all, then your ideal client knows that he or she needs help in this because it's out of their zone of genius, and they're quite happy to get on with their own work and have someone else take care of this. That's who your ideal client is. Your ideal client is not someone who wants to bootstrap their business and do everything themselves. They're someone who's probably a little bit more established, is great at whatever they do, cutting down trees. I know they do more than that, but and they just want like someone else to do this whole marketing thing. That's who your ideal client is. Yeah. Then they'll actually listen to what it is you're saying. What's Kate got to say? I think what it did bring up was that they hadn't thought about some of these areas, and actually some of the questions got the ball rolling. But yes, agree that asking too many questions can devalue the call or the meeting. Yeah. And it can also, because if you didn't, note to self, don't drink bubbly water when you're talking, because then you feel like, oops, so excuse me for that. What I was saying is, when you're following the script, I need to find a better way to describe this, because I've been doing, you girls have been doing marketing for so long, sales and sales meetings and getting deals across the line. That's been something I've been doing since my early 20s. So it's so part of my genius zone that I'm trying to defrag it in a way that I can teach other people. But I guess, and it's actually something I'm going to be growing and building soon, and obviously with what we're offering as well. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, trust me on the fact that the script that I've provided, asking those questions in the actual call is where the magic happens. Because essentially, you want them to be on the journey with you on the call or in the meeting to ask those questions. Because they go in this journey, if it's a good fit, they go from, I'm not exactly sure what it is you're offering or if it can help me, to, I so need what you've got and let's do this. That's the journey you take them on, right? And that's what that discovery call is to help them go on that journey, because they've gone on some kind of journey with you in order to book the discovery call, right? So for you guys, it's been your low-hanging fruit, which is great because they've got some know, like, trust factor with you. But they can't take the journey of, I'm just going to sign up, because they don't really know what it is that you're offering yet, how it's going to help them. They don't know really fully. They haven't identified how their pain points and problems match the solution you provide to get them the outcomes that they need. And that's what that discovery call is aimed at. That's the beauty of it. So I would actually ask some of the questions, and if you want, send me those questions, and I can let you know, in my humble opinion, what would be good questions to ask before and some after. So only ask about 3 or 4 questions. Just, tell me a little bit about your business, or what your website is. What else do I ask? What do you think some of your current challenges are? Where, what's the other one? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you to grow your business, or, bring in more leads, or whatever it is. So I'll have a look to see what you ask, and I can give some edit there. But then, sticking to that script for that journey is like the best way forward.
Yep.
Cool. Did you have any other questions?
No, not much. I don't. I suppose my only other question was, we're trying to, I suppose, build clients as well as our own website and everything at the same time. So we're trying to, I myself in my own mind are trying to work out what we should be prioritising between building our own website, our own Facebook pages, or should we be finding clients? Because I don't have a huge amount of time yet through the week to focus on the business. So that time, I'm just like, I'm just trying to work out, because we don't have our website done or anything, Facebook or anything like that yet. So we are working on the content working on that currently. So we're just, for me, it's just the juggling act of what we're focusing on. We're trying to get our website up and running by the end of the month. So, but I'm finding, even with me with my low hanging fruit, it would be good to have something to either send to a client or, so they can go to our website or something. Anyway, so that's why we sort of brought that priority up a little bit more.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, if you need any help, I know a couple of good marketing girls. Oh, no, wait, it's you guys.
It's just balancing.
You could outsource it to yourself. No, and I say that as a joke because it is tough, because you've got X amount of hours a week that you can work on. And you are not only you're working with the first couple of clients, but you're setting up the business. So all the email and the website, like all of that setup stuff. I know you guys have done all your partnerships and banking and stuff, but there's quite a lot to do there. And then there's getting out of your comfort zone. And then there's it's like all the things going on at the start. And I know, Simone, we've chatted about this as well. All of you ladies are mothering, parenting, working, there's a lot going on. So yes, absolutely, you've spent your time wisely. Get that first client in your low-hanging fruit before you build the website, before you do all of that. I think that's really important because, one, it helps you to tick the box of, yes, I can do this, I am doing this, this is happening, right? So it takes you away from the dreaming state before the business is actually launched to the I'm doing it, right? To me, a business is launched when you get your first couple of clients. So yes, you can do some preparation work before that, but getting your first business, that's when it's happening. And then because you're working with people, you'll identify more of what your products and service is, who your ideal client is, all that stuff that we talk about. But then there comes a slight tipping point where, the website, the Facebook page, the Facebook Lives, your own marketing is powerful. To be able to attract more people, but then give a little bit more credibility to the people that you're currently pitching to. Now, truth be told, is the woman from your kinder, she really going to care if you have a website or not?
No. She was just interested in what I'm doing currently and was interested to hear about marketing in general because she's trying to set up her own business and doesn't have a good. She's a bit lost with it all and needs some direction. So yeah, that's how it came about. She just goes, "Oh, so what do you do?" And I'm like, "Okay, that's what I
do." Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And you might find that a couple more of your clients you'll be able to tell them about what it is that you're doing without the website because of you're meeting them and they know you. But I guess my question to you is, what time do you have per week to dedicate to your own marketing? Have you, first of all, identified what time you guys have got?
No, we haven't actually. No. We haven't identified, how much time. Because we've got to deliver some client work at the same time.
So. Yeah, and that's what I want you guys to figure out, that I think from memory collectively, is it 15 or 20 hours a week collectively you've got?
Not at the moment. I'd probably only be just over 10.
You 10 by yourself or collectively?
By myself, yeah.
Oh, so 20. Yeah, 20 collectively. Okay. Yeah, cool. Okay. So I guess what would be helpful all the way through your business, but particularly now, is creating those boundaries around your time. So if you've got 20 hours, how many hours need to go to client? And I want you to put really clear boundaries on client work, because this is a mistake that I made, is I gave too much. Even though they bought this amount of time with me, I gave too much, and it then pushes back all the other stuff that I can do, right? So it's being really clear about dedicating X amount of those 20 hours to the paying clients you've got, X amount of those 20 hours to the administration, financial, operational side of your business, doing your accounts, sending invoices, tax, all of that sort of stuff. X amount of hours a week to your strategy and business development. So look at it like you would a business, right? So all of you ladies being in corporate, you need to dedicate some time to accounting and finance, some to business development and marketing, some to strategy, some to client delivery. So when you look at your hours like a full business, because and this is what we forget sometimes, like that, because we've been in corporate and we're used to, you know, Simone was in finance, you girls are in marketing, I was in BD and strategy. We sort of think, okay, I'm doing that, but now we're kind of doing it all. Like we're doing it all, and they'll get a point where we can outsource, and you know, I'm hiring someone to do my books, and you know, different things like that. But for now, in the early stages, we're doing it all.
Yeah. I've probably got a good example. So I used to work for a company in my early career, and I wanted to contact them because
they're the ones that keep wanting to have you back. Yeah, please.
Yeah,
what's the update with that?
Yeah, so I haven't contacted them at this stage, but I will. I just sort of like what source. Just trying to work out what the best way is to contact her, and Discovery Call, because I'm friends with her on Facebook. She's the director. Her parents own the company, and she's the marketing director for it, but currently on maternity leave. So I've been trying to work out what I've been putting together, like a little spiel. Like I was going to try and contact her through Facebook, because we sort of have in the past. That's how we've contacted each other. So I'm just trying to work out how to. Yeah.
All right. Let me be direct. What do you think would be the most effective way? Like, what's your gut tell you? Like, if you just think, like, what's your gut tell you?
For me, just through your ads.
Sorry, I just lost you then. Through what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Probably just through Facebook Messenger, through the feed that we've already had in the past, which was about they were asking me to come back and work with them, and make it more personal. So because I know she's a new mum, she understands it, and make it more a friendly approach. That's what I was going to do. Like, how you going? Yeah, okay.
You've answered your own question.
Yeah, cool, that's right. That's the way I was going to do it.
Get off the call. No, that's exactly it, because, and I wanted you to answer that question, because often we know the answer, and this is another thing for all of us to remember. Often we know the answer, but we get caught up. I'm a great one at doing this, by the way. We get caught up in, I could do it like this and I could do it like this. And then what happens? Nothing, right? And so we need someone just to go, well, what would be the best way to do it? And I asked you that because, you know, my coach does that to me too. And I'm like, well, that. And then she's like, yeah, so do that. And you're like, why am I paying you money? And that's why I am, just to like kick my butt. But you're spot on, because you've already got a line of communication with her like that. It's like if you'd said to me, we've never private messaged on Facebook, we don't really have a personal relationship, then I'd be like, Facebook Messenger is probably not the right way to go. But you've already got a personal relationship with her. You've got a lot in common with her, not only because you used to work with her in the company, but she's now also a new mum. And you've already been communicating via Facebook Messenger, and she was the one that broke the ice to ask you a professional question via that route. So now you can, you know what I mean? So I'd absolutely write her a Facebook message. And what would you want to write on the message?
Just basically telling her, so starting off where I'm at and things like that, like personally, and then from there, just letting her know that I've gone off my own and I've started my own business in marketing. And a little bit about what we're doing, because I noticed I sort of searched them and noticed that they don't really have a marketing manager at the moment, so I don't know who would be doing their planning and strategies either. So that's sort of where I'd be heading the message.
And what would you be asking her for? What would your call to action be for her?
Asking if she'd like to have a call, contact, or a coffee, even at some point, talk about it. Yeah.
I think that's the way to go, because I like the way you said that. You know, it's just like use the language that you would with her if you were just seeing her on the street.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, a bit like that. you know, the message that I did you guys get access to how to write the email to people you know in your network?
Yeah.
Yeah. So something along those lines. Hey, so-and-so, I don't know if you communicated with her since she's had the child, but, you know, it could be something like congratulations, or, you know, how's motherhood going, or how was your first Mother's Day, or something, you know, something a bit more relationshipy at the start. And just say then, you know, I've, you know, we had a great Mother's Day too, and da-da-da-da-da, just sort of like a general chit-chat paragraph. And just wanted to get in touch to let you know that I've started my own business. We're working with some exciting clients. So, you know, you're not total rookie. You've got clients. And we're helping businesses with things like, and then use the dot points of things that you know that they need.
Yeah.
So don't spiel off all the stuff. Just say, look, you know, helping people with marketing, for example, things like planning, strategy, you know, whatever it is that you think the missing gaps are for her.
Yep.
And would love to, you know, have a coffee with you and chat and see if it's, you know, see if company XYZ would benefit from any of this, or just generally to see how you're going.
Yeah.
You know, what would be a good, what would suit you in the next 2 weeks, for example, like less asking her and more sort of guiding her towards it, because you've already got that relationship, because you know that she's interested. Just outright asking her and suggesting, you know, I don't, you know, what works, you know, is a coffee during the day better, or whatever it is. I would go with that approach. Be a little bit more ballsy, because you already know her.
Yeah.
Is she, how new of a mum is she?
Oh, she's already got one boy who's 2, so this is her second child.
Yeah, she's an old hat. So it's not like it's not like she had a baby like a month ago or anything.
No.
Oh, good.
No. But I know her parents very well as well, so they're really good to work with. So.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Go for that. Let us know how you go, because that could be another really great low-hanging fruit client.
Yeah.
And again, your offering is, you know, like, could be pitched specifically to them. Great way to do it. Go for it. Keep us posted.
Yep.
Kate, did you want to add anything? I'm bummed that I can't hear you. I'm trying to see if there's anything. I'm going to try and make you the host. See if that works. Kate's like, do you want to change a host to Kate? Let's see. I hope I don't lose you. Kate is now the host. Try and speak. Can you all still hear me?
Can hear you.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work. Your hosting privileges have been taken off. I don't know what that's all about. How bizarre. Anyway, let's see what you've got in your chat, Kate. No, all good. Excellent. I want you to type in one thing that you're celebrating, Kate. I know that Tanya's given away some of the celebration, but like on a personal level, mindset, sticking to boundaries, something. That's something that you can celebrate.
While she's typing, I must leave, everybody. Sorry.
Thank you, beautiful Simone.
Thanks for all your help too.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Okay,
bye.
See you, darling. I'll get back to you if I think of something interesting.
That would be great. Bye.
Bye. I'm playing sports 2 days a week. Cool. Good on you. And are you finding, is that good for mindset and energy and stuff? Yeah, cool. Excellent. So that's good. I'm glad you're doing that, because, getting out of your comfort zone, building a business, being a mom, you know, married life, friends, blah, blah, blah. Like, so much stuff is going on that, keeping something for you that is a good outlet is a saving grace. And I say go for it, like whatever works for you, as long as it's not hurting anyone else. You're not going to be like a client said to me the other day, she's like, she had such a rough day, and she went and played basketball, and she said they, just myself, so saw exactly. And she said that they were a really rough team, and she's a pretty polite girl, but she's like, I went hard at these girls. So she definitely vented her energy on the basketball court. good on her. Great. Okay. So whilst there's just the two of you, is there anything that you want to, I mean, we've got, what's the time? We've got another 10 minutes or so. I mean, we can finish it up now too, but is there anything that you have that you want to ask specifically? Do you want to workshop the times and how you dedicate things?
I don't know.
Getting old. Don't you dare say that because I'm your age. No, thank you. Sore back.
Yeah.
You had Mother's Day, not Grandmother's Day, okay? So happy Mother's Day too, by the way.
I think we should be right. Yeah. It's just managing all those extra things, I suppose.
Cool.
What you had when you were working in corporate.
Cool. Yeah, you've got childcare changes, all good. So what I guess for me to leave is your priorities, right? Your priorities are book in that call with that lady, have your discovery call tomorrow. And yes, she's answered a lot of that stuff, but I'd still get to take her through the process. Go, look, so thank you so much for doing this. Focus more on her vision and where she wants to go and what might be holding her back. Ask a lot of those stuff. Let us know how you go, and also make a priority to schedule your 20 hours a week. Yep. How are you spending that? And then literally schedule it in the diary. 5 hours to Bugalugs for his delivery of work. That's your client. 3 hours to admin and finance, whatever you need. 5 hours share and marketing. And then when you're really clear on what time you've got, then we can create a plan on how to fill it effectively.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Yeah, so get back to me on that and we can workshop it in one of our sessions, and also send me your questions the pre-questionnaire stuff, and we can refine that a bit.
Yep.
Keep us posted.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks, ladies. All the best. Can't wait to hear how you go. See you later, Miss Mute. Usually someone who's not mute. I can say that because you can't say anything back. All right, see you guys.
Yeah,
See you. Bye.